Greetings, true believers, and Excelsior. Yes, that was the famous words of Stan Lee, the late Stan Lee, who passed away. I think it was last year he passed away, and to commemorate his memory, we're going to be doing the Avengers films, like Marvel's movies, but especially the Avengers series. I've got the first Avengers here, which was the first movie that built up of a series. There was a series of movies with Captain America, with Iron Man, with Thor. The Hulk, he got about 2 movies, but by the time they did this one, Mark Ruffalo played the part. And of course, you got Nick Fury, who's a fixture in all the films. And you got Black Widow, played by the lovely Scarlett Johansson, who I think is absolutely gorgeous. And Jeremy Renner plays the part of Hawkeye. Yeah, this one here, you got all the heroes meeting up for the very first time, and they have to battle Thor's brother Loki, who's come to Earth, and I believe he wants a cube, a certain cube of the universe, and Loki comes to Earth. He runs afoul of the Avengers, and the Avengers have to band together to stop the intergalactic threat. And for those of you who love superheroes, like I do, this is the absolute perfect movie to start off with. And you get to see all the heroes doing the thing. Sometimes they battle each other, sometimes they end up working together at the end of the movies. And then you get to see them all battle against Loki, and yeah, it's a really good, really great film. Like it's not really what you call an award-winning film. They're not going to win Academy Awards for movies like this. I know there's a few people that I know that said, "Oh, this movie should have won an Oscar, or this movie should have been great." No, it's not that type of movie. Marvel is more like action and escapism. Marvel's that type of movie. It's more of a spectacle movie. Like you could sit and you could watch for 2 hours. You could have a lot of fun watching it. But no, it's not going to win an award. But if you like heroes and you like heroes getting all together, watch Marvel's The Avengers. Start off your journey, that is. And the makers of the Marvel movies liked it so much they decided to come back with another one. So you have Avengers, The Age of Ultron. And more or less the story here is Tony Stark wants to create a weapon of sorts to actually help the planet. So he creates this robotic being called Ultron. But the thing is, Ultron goes a little haywire, goes evil. I wouldn't say evil, more or less, as he just goes berserk and he goes mad and he tries to end up destroying the world, and then the Avengers again have to come and save the day. And it's got a really good, I'm going to say one thing in this movie, and it's not really smart, but you do get a good battle between the Hulk and Iron Man. If you want to see a battle between heroes, and that's one of the best battles, but you really have to sit and watch for it. But when you see it, it's really good. And they introduced a couple of Avengers in this one. You have the Vision, and you have Scarlet Witch, and you have Quicksilver. Those are the 3 new Avengers in this one. And like the first one, it's action-packed, although I found this one to be even more action-packed than the first Avengers movie. And you had a formidable villain in the Ultron, which was voiced by James Spader, who is an actor you might know in the 80s. He did the movies Tough Turf. He did the movie Tough Turf in 1985, I believe. James Spader. And he also was in Mannequin in 1987. He plays the part of Ultron, the giant robot that has to battle against the Avengers. And then, which brings me to the third Avengers, which is part 1 of a 2-part series. The Avengers Infinity War brings all the heroes from all the Marvel movies that you've seen over the past 10, 15 or so years. They all collaborate together because they have to fight the ultimate villain, who I thought, the man who I considered the ultimate villain of all time, and that's Thanos. Because Thanos is the major threat to the entire universe. He wants to destroy the universe and start again, and you have to have all the Avengers there to stop him, so you get as many of the heroes from all the movies as you can packed into this one film. Like you get the Guardians of the Galaxy, you get the Avengers, you get Doctor Strange, you get the Vision again, Scarlet Witch. You get Spider-Man, believe it or not. Spider-Man makes an appearance in this one. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I sat and I watched it and I thought it was fantastic. If you like movies for effects, this movie was great for all the effects and stuff. And again, if you like comic books, then it's perfect. It's a perfect type movie for you to enjoy. It's a little long. I found it to be a little long when I watched it, but at the same time, it's worth it. The whole journey in this one is worth it. Finally, to conclude, is part 2. Infinity War and Endgame were all one story, but it was split off into 2 movies. So you got Endgame here, and there were heroes, I guess, I'm not going to say who, but there were heroes that got killed in the first movie. And there's more death. The ones that remain have to come back and they have to fight Thanos again, like to finish fighting Thanos, because Thanos is already, he's dominant. He's become the dominant character of the first movie, so they have to save the Earth once again to make sure that he doesn't completely obliterate the universe and completely destroy everyone and everything. And you have to have all the remaining heroes that are survived from the first movie, and they have to go and they have to figure out how to beat Thanos. And I'll leave it to you to watch the movie, and then at the end you'll see if in fact Thanos is defeated or not. But I always found Thanos to be a very formidable villain and a major, major threat. He's like what the Anti-Monitor was in the Crisis series. Because I watched it recently with the Anti-Monitor and the Monitor and stuff, and they were like these godlike beings. And Thanos, in a sense, because of these gloves that he has, it makes him a very powerful ruler and being over the entire universe. But hopefully the Avengers can stop him in time, so you have to see this one. And it has Captain Marvel in it, played by Brie Larson, who actually did a movie just prior to this, Captain Marvel, which was her origin story, and then she reprises her role as Captain Marvel in this movie. And Hawkeye wasn't in the third one, but he's in this one, so he returns for this one. And you got Scarlet Witch, and you got the Guardians of the Galaxy show up in this one, and a few others. And Spider-Man, I think, is still in this somewhere. You have to wait and see what happens. But a good way to enjoy this one is to watch Infinity War, then watch Endgame like as one movie, and then you really get the full scope of the film, because it's a really good film to watch. And again, I like comic book movies, and I hope a lot of you too, so it's something for you to enjoy. But that was my look at the Avengers movies, and this is Paul Westbrook reminding you to like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you leave a little comment at the bottom, and I'll wish you good night for now, and I'll be seeing you at the movies. Good night.